All right. We're back.
Yeah.
Digital Cortex.
Bop, bop. Ba-da-bop. Bop.
Yeah.
Ba-da-bop.
Okay. So, like I was saying earlier,
Lego.
I have this phone. It's like an old rotary style phone that we bought on Amazon. It's a landline. For those of you who don't know what a landline is, it's like a phone that's permanently connected to your cable company.
Hey, wait, hold on, real quick. You don't have to say it like I was saying earlier. Nobody listening knows what you said earlier. So you.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to explain what.
No. But I'm saying you're like I said earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows that context. Only
I know.
me.
They don't have it. You have it, but they know I'm talking to you, so
Yeah.
they've got to think like, oh, he was probably saying something to him
I know,
beforehand.
but always think in the audience view, be like, yeah, they don't know that, or at least say, no, don't even say anything, dude. You should have just started. Nobody knows you had a conversation before. Now they know. Now they know inside baseball, man.
Well, yeah, but they had to think about it. Now they know.
Or maybe they just passed over it and then I just brought it to light.
Yes, exactly.
They're like, wait, he did say that. Oh, he did. Okay, go ahead.
So, I got this rotary phone here, and it's for our wedding. So what we want to do is have what's called an audio guest book. So this works by, like, you pick up the phone, and there's a little message that plays, and then a beep, just like if you were leaving a voicemail for somebody, except you're leaving it at the wedding in, in this little audio file instead of just having to have someone sign a guest book. So someone can come by and they'll be like, pick up the phone and leave you a little heartfelt message like, oh, so happy for you. Hope you all have a wonderful honeymoon.
What's your message gonna be?
I don't know yet.
Hey guys, you want to be more low key, like, or do you want to make it sound like they really like got to your voicemail? Like, hey guys, sorry, we're getting married. Yeah. Are you gonna do that or something, or like?
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. Like they got to our voicemail, like, oh,
Or do you want to be instead of doing like a whole charade of voicemail? What if you just want to be like, hey, you're gonna leave a message and we're gonna remember this forever. So be thoughtful and be, do you want to do like one of those things? Like,
no, I think I'm trying to keep it classy.
Okay.
Not like.
Do you want to tell them what information to put so they know who's? Because if you don't give people information, they're not going to know what to say.
Leave your name.
Yes, you got to tell them something because people are going to be like, hey, it was cool, Steven. And you're going to be like, I don't know who that was. I don't know. They didn't say their name. That's going to happen a lot if you don't say, please say your name. Please say your full name. Don't just say, hey, it's John. You're like, damn, I have like 3 Johns at the party.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. All the things that I was just thinking of right now as you're listening to messages, you're going to be like, damn it, who is this talking now? You're going to be listening to like 5 messages in a row, not knowing who it was, You're like, that was really thoughtful. I wish I knew who said that. I'm just thinking of I know how if you don't give me information, if you don't tell me what to say, I'll just say whatever I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Yeah, so we're going to definitely have to do that, like leave your name and your message at the beep and then let it beep and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, this phone on Amazon, I think it costs like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, and it just described the phone, too.
So it's just like an old-fashioned rotary phone. So just like a little old-fashioned desk rotary phone. You Google that,
yeah.
I'm sure you'll find exactly what I'm talking about.
And it's pink.
And it's pink because our colors are navy blue, light gray, and dusty rose, which is like a pink.
Okay, dusty rose. That's
dusty rose.
Yeah, that's so exotic, dude. It's not just rose. It's dusty rose. It's been weathered.
It's been so weathered. So what I need to do is I need to gut the phone, and then I need to get a little board for it.
How much are you gonna take out though? Like everything but the churning thing, dial?
Yeah. I don't even need the dial. All I need is the handset.
Oh, because as soon as it picks up.
Yeah, let me show you.
But
pop it open for you.
people want the nostalgia at least. You
Yeah,
gotta
no,
leave.
no. I'm gonna leave this. So that dial is there. It's just right here. So I could just unplug this, and it doesn't do anything. It won't do anything
Yeah,
when I have it plugged in anyway. And this circuit board,
you'll take out.
yeah, because
There's 2 screws right there. You can easily take that
It's
out.
unnecessary as well.
But you should leave this though, in case somebody like moves the phone or something. They'll still hear the
like the bell.
Yeah, it's technically the bell for the phone. I feel like you should leave it.
Yeah. So all I need is
Too bad you can't.
these wires.
Okay, yeah, you need that.
Oh no, wait,
power.
I'm sorry, not those wires.
No, this
It's,
one.
These
This goes to the top.
This
right?
is all I need right here. So these wires right here, which is 2 wires for the microphone, and 2 wires for the speaker from the headset.
Oh, that's what those are.
Yeah, because the handset plugs in right here.
Mm.
And so I'm going to replace this whole board with my custom board, which will be able to have that little recording message play every time the handset gets picked up. Oh, you know what? I do need this wire as well, because this wire tells the board that the handset got picked up, because it's just a button.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna activate it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So these wires are.
That's
gonna do that.
Yeah, you need that too. That's what I was saying. You need that because that controls the button. That's the mechanism that starts the recording.
Yeah. So I just need these and this.
And what's the power? How is it powered?
I'm gonna have a cable coming out, probably back here. On
Just
this
like a
hole.
DC or whatever power.
And it's already got a cutout for that. So, because this was meant to be plugged into something. So you see, it's already got the cutout for the holes. So I'm just gonna have just a USB cable. Just plugs into to the wall via USB.
Yeah, I like the idea. It's where did you just see that? Is that like a new wedding thing? Like if you look through magazines, is that like a thing that comes up now? I don't know.
So it's just kind of like one of those niche,
Because
cool.
I've never seen it. I've been to a couple weddings recently. you
Yeah,
know?
it's like on TikTok and stuff like that.
It's gaining
So-
traction.
Yes, they're just called audio guest books. Now, I'm gonna Google this. You don't Google this, but
But I want
in
to. Just
parts
kidding.
with the little tiny boards and this thing, it's gonna cost me like $50, $60 to make this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, they do have like companies you could rent these from. Because like, what else are you gonna use it for later? Nothing. But you can rent them from companies. And I want you to take a guess how much that's gonna cost.
To rent,
Mm-hmm.
my guess is, I think, at most, I wouldn't pay more than $50, but $75 to rent it
For your wedding.
seems
Now,
fair.
remember, there's always a little bit more when you're doing a wedding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna upcharge you because they know you need this shit or you want this shit for your day. So there's always a premium. They charge you more for things associated with that event because they know your pocketbook is open right now and shit's flying out of it.
So let me try to find one. Okay.
But that's my guess. That's what I would think would be reasonable.
And shipping, round trip shipping, because you're renting it, right?
Oh, you got to send it back and forth. So that's probably another separate charge. I don't know, $20, $30 at most for
So
shipping.
what's your total guess?
Well, that's probably $100.
$100.
$100, and I would probably do it if I didn't want to do all this work.
And now they vary by the type of phone, okay? Because like there's some phones that be more than others. So this particular looking handset,
Well, what's the cheapest one?
I think it is this type
Oh,
of
okay,
handset.
okay.
Nope. You can get even cheaper if you want a hamburger.
You know, this is so interesting. As I'm $300
to rent it.
including shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So about $200 too much.
Yeah.
In my eyes, that's what I would say.
No, but people who, you know, I mean, think about it. If your wife saw this on TikTok, on Etsy, as a wedding idea, and she's like, "Oh, I really want that. I want that." Like, all right, how much are they? They're this much to rent, but I mean, think about the memories we're gonna get, all that stuff. Okay, you would just be like, "All right, fine, it's cool. We'll do it. It's our wedding day." But again, it cost me like $50 to build one.
Yeah.
Do you know how many of these I could like build?
Yeah, you could start renting them out, but you are able to shortcut this price because you know how to do some programming, you know how to do some soldering.
It's simple. Like I looked
simple
at it
for you.
She wanted to spend that much. I said to her, "Is like, I bet I could build that."
Yeah, it's simple for you, but for regular layman, just a dude, just working and he doesn't know about circuit boards and programming, he's not going to know how to do it. Like I could probably I don't know how to do it either, but I would probably try to look it up and research because I know that the internet has information. So I could probably figure out how to do it. So I'm like in this gray area because I would look at that price and be like, nah. So then that would make me want to figure out how to do it myself. Where you already know what you're doing because you already have experience with it. So it's even easier for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my project that I'm working on.
But then a part of me thinks if you were doing this, if I was on the other side of it, the businessman, I'd probably do 300 too. I'd probably charge 300 because I think it's because people are gonna fuck up your phones, so you're gonna get it back. It's not gonna be as in great condition. They're eventually gonna wear out. You're gonna have to buy more, and then there's gonna be some people that don't return it. So what do you do about that?
That's true.
So,
but also, if they don't return it, we have their credit card on file, and we can back charge their credit card.
What are you gonna charge them? $300, $600 total?
I mean, the phone could be whatever
you say
price I want it to be.
You know what would be even?
Because this is just a cheap Chinese phone.
Yeah. Okay. You picked a cool phone, or you picked a new phone, I should say. The more I look at it, it doesn't feel like the old phones that I remember.
No, because look, and they have older ones. Like, look at this.
No, but I'm saying you could even try to find a vintage one. Like if you went to like a...
Oh, yeah. That's what I told her. She was like, oh, so what do I got to do? Like, buy an old phone on eBay? And I was like, no, because we aren't going to try to spend the vintage price. So I'm just going to gut the phone anyway. I'll just buy a brand new phone.
Are they that much?
Well, that's not even the thing. Even if they are cheaper, they're old.
Yeah.
So how good is that mic, and how good is that speaker still?
Oh, you need the electrical parts.
So it makes more sense. Yeah, because all I need is the electrical parts.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll just get what's got to be like a newer microphone and a newer speaker.
Then the older electric components inside of it for the wiring are not going to be that cool.
Right, and they might not be as easily, I mean, there could be...
Adaptable.
Yeah, the wires could be
Well, what
bad.
if you use your own handset, but you just use an old... You could Frankenstein it and use...
Oh, yeah, but then it don't look as cool.
You could use... Hey, if you were really cool, you get an old phone and you'd make that shit work. And you put new wires in it. I'm just kidding.
I guess that's true, too.
Nah, you don't have to do all that work. This is fine. This works.
This is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, guys. I'm having so much fun tonight. Yay.
You best believe there's some messages there, man.
What's up? I'm going to give you A-lists, dude. You're not even going to know. Actually, now you're going to know. Every time you hear somebody that wasn't invited, that's probably me. I'm going to just leave you random names. I'm like, this is Doug McQueen, and I just want to thank you. And I want to thank you, Steve. You've been a good partner for all these. I'm just going to leave you different.
It's going to be so obvious to hear your voice.
I'm going to leave you different voices every time, dude. I'm going to have like 10 to 15 characters. hey, Johnny's here. I don't know what, like Johnny works at, GameStop, and he stopped by.
Are you gonna give the background?
Yeah,
these
you gotta
characters
think
at the
of
same
it.
time.
You gotta, I know. Remember that time you came in looking for that video game?
You just do all that, and then at the end, you just have like this pre-recorded message. We can add to it at the aftermath, so it's still a surprise to me, but at the aftermath, it could be like performed by Pete. The backstory for my character, and then you go into commentary about it.
I leave the longest message out of everybody. Now I'm gonna record a message on my phone, and then the phones are gonna talk to each other, and I'm just gonna let the phone. It's gonna be pre-recorded, so there'll be one pre-recorded message.
I imagine this is like just the same thing as if you're at Disneyland in the Toontown area or something. You press one of those buttons, or you lift a handle or something, and all of a sudden there's a microphone or speakers start talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Something just like automated message thing like that just says something.
Yeah, I speaking of Disney, have you been seeing that story that's been going around about Mickey? And then it shows them like getting this like old Mickey, black and white Mickey, like the old school whistling Mickey, and he's like working on a conveyor belt, and then there's like triangle cheeses coming down the conveyor belt, and then he's just using like his dick to like make holes in it.
No way. I don't think so. I gotta look this up.
Watch, look it up.
Is it on YouTube or something?
Watch, just look at, if you put Mickey Swiss cheese, watch, it'll come up. It's gonna be like the first thing that pops up. Watch.
Oh shit! I think you're right. Checked by Snopes.com.
Yeah, it's not. So the thing is, it's been going around and it's not real.
False. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is false.
Yeah. So, dude, when I first saw it, because they made the video look so good. Like, watch the video.
Oh, I do see that.
See, they made it look old timey. Dude, with the technology we have now, it's not. It's ridiculous, dude. Like, you can make anything look like anything if you want to make it look.
Oh, this is an old one. How come I never seen this? It's like 7 years old here.
That clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those clips that just got big lately. So, it's making the rounds now. But yeah, I just thought it was funny, dude, cuz when I first saw it, I got duped too. I was like, "Oh shit, look at this shit." Oh, Mickey, cuz it's so funny, man, cuz like I saw it on another pod, and then I was like, no way. And then it's popping up in feeds, and then I'm like, really? Did that really happen? I'm starting to think it's real now at this point. And then sure enough, I looked into it finally as I'm getting more and more, and then yeah, Snopes did that. False.
I thought that was so interesting that YouTube immediately put up a little pop-up to tell me that my search was false.
Where? On YouTube?
When I searched it, that's how I got
it's
the
because
Snopes
it's because Disney's already probably had to step in, dude. They probably were like, fuck, dude, you guys need to tell people it's false.
This isn't the first time this happened. You remember when we were talking about what Kanye West did on that one, who's that dude? Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, and his I mean, everybody's probably seen this by now, but Kanye West was like supporting, or he said he liked Hitler, or he loved Hitler on Alex Jones.
I'm just laughing because it's just such a crazy conversation to have with somebody. Even just talking about the conversation. It's so crazy
how like he kept trying to like pull him away from talking about it, and he just kept going back to saying how he loved Hitler, he loved Nazis.
Oh, dude, I watched the whole interview. So
That's looking crazy.
Because I'm tired of, like you hear these clips and everybody just watches the clip. They don't actually watch the whole.
So they don't get the context.
So you're just getting whatever narrative that person or people or even organization. Who knows who's behind how stuff goes viral sometimes, or at least get started. But it's like all you have is one point of view. You don't know anything. You're like, oh, and then it's so easy for people to be like, oh, he's a jerk, or oh, this guy's bad, or oh, this guy is definitely a crook. Like it's just easy to just write people off and not investigate yourself. So, and then when you start figuring out like, oh, people are just manipulating little conversations and then twisting it and making them sound bad, like then I'm like, I'm tired of getting like Swiss cheese to do, like I'm tired of just getting these stories and then getting false information, like. So I was like, I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch the whole episode and I'm going to see, I want to make up my own. And he did say fucked up shit.
He said so much fucked up shit.
He did, but he also said other stuff that wasn't fucked up, like.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole other interview.
So, yeah. So, like.
But it's not, with him in this particular circumstance, it's not really about, what he's saying else in the interview or what the interview is about. It's about that he made this statement and
doubled down on it. And
tripled,
quadrupled
down on it.
He kept doing that.
They tried to go away from that and continue on to a normal interview.
Alex was the mediator at points. He was like, "Oh, I don't know if that's true," and then Kanye would just go farther and farther, deeper and deeper. But no, I mean, at the overall viewpoint that he kept. I'll say this because I watched the whole thing, so. He did repeatedly say that he's in a place where he wants to love everybody, even people that have screwed him over, even people that are bad, even people that are good. Like he wants to love everybody, and he wants to not hate. He wants less hate in the world. So, and then he talked about how he did go to dark places with himself and stuff like that, but. Yeah, I'm not excusing anything he said or saying it's okay, but two things can be true. He can say fucked up shit, and you can say other stuff that
he's always been saying some weird ass shit.
Yeah, I tried to explain to people too. I don't know so much of it. Like I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what all I know is what he's made in the past. He's made ridiculous music, right? People can say whether you like him as a person or not, just evaluating the products that he makes. He makes viral things. He makes clothing. He makes stuff that people want. He made music that nobody else could make, that only he could produce and make and think of and put together. And people will love you for the things that you can do. But they also need to realize there's other parts of people, and that people are not just one thing. And that as much as you want to like a person because they do something so great, there's also other parts of people that you might not like, and you have to take this person as a whole. Like they are a whole person. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's inside of his head. I don't know. Like people like to write him off and say he's just crazy, but he doesn't think the way we think. So the thing that is bad about him, that because he's thinking the way he's thinking, and you're like, that's not how you think. That's not what you say. You don't say those things. Like that's not good. Don't say that. Stop. Don't say bad things. Like you want him to stop, but like the thing that makes him so good at being a producer is also the thing that's making him be this way. Like it's the two sides of the coin. He just doesn't think like we think, and he thinks differently, and that's why I want you to get an actual like understanding of how somebody like understands the world or how they see the world. You have to listen to long conversations of them. So I wish they took down the other one that he did, the drunk champs, whatever the fuck that one is. They took it down because it's Drink Champs. I know it's Drink Champs. I don't know why I said Drunk Champs. But he did another podcast with I don't think you know these rappers, but it's Nore, Nori, and
No.
DJ effing, and they got other people that are on there too a lot, but they had a crazy conversation where he said crazy things, and that's, has gotten him in trouble. And then they got mad at the people that did the interview. They're like, why did you let him talk like that? And then they ended up taking the episode down. So I want to try to find it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. But I just want to know what the whole thing was. I'm tired of just taking snippets of what people say, like Mickey, I want to see it for myself, and then let me evaluate it, let me look at it. But it's like censorship, dude. I don't know. People don't understand what censorship is.
Well, I mean, my point was that when you had mentioned something in that text thread about the microphone.
Oh, well, that's what he said in the interview.
What?
If you watch.
Well, no. You had said you really liked the microphone.
Yeah.
You really liked it. So I was like, oh, I wonder what kind of microphone that is. And so I tried to.
Yeah, it was out of context because I thought the clip you sent was the one that's been going around. So, yeah, it got mixed up in the comments.
Well, I was trying to find the microphone. And so
what microphone?
The one that was in that clip.
Oh, yeah, dude, that is a good microphone.
Yeah, so I was trying to find out what it was, and I couldn't tell what it was by looking at it.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, maybe someone else has asked this question before.
Yeah.
Because that's how I venture the internet. Someone else probably asked my question before. I can't be the only one on the planet.
Yeah.
So I Googled, what microphone is Alex Jones using?
Dude, these are professional microphones, man.
Yeah, but I was curious. So,
dude, there's microphones that are like $10,000 and shit.
Oh,
dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Expensive.
How much is that one?
Well, I could never find it.
You couldn't find it?
No.
Oh.
But that's not my point. My point is that when I Googled Alex Jones, what microphone does Alex Jones use? Google was coming up with all the Kanye videos and stuff, and there was a banner at the top that said, the search results you're receiving may not have all been verified by other news outlets. It takes time for verified information to be coming through or something. It gave me a warning based on my search that what I'm looking at hasn't had time to hit big news. So it might not be verified news is what it was saying. Take it with a grain of salt type of stuff.
See, I don't even like that kind of stuff, dude. Let me think of what I want to think of, these messages that are giving us.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the same type of message that came up in YouTube now when I was searching for that. It was just so you know, this ain't real. Or this might not be real in this point. Or we don't know what this is yet.
Yeah.
Is Google just being right away? I don't know. Maybe if I search the same thing, it'll come up, and maybe not.
It's crazy, man. You see? Oh, that's what I was gonna watch. There's some crazy shit going on in China, dude. People don't understand where they're going with this.
What's happening in China?
Well, we're talking about censorship, right? We're talking about control. And what did it say? Did it come up?
No, nothing came up, but I don't know what to search.
Microphone?
I'm gonna do the same search, but nothing came up.
No, nothing's coming up when you do that.
Nope. Don't know how to get that pop-up back. I need more controversial search topics.
Oh, to get that message? Well, I mean, if you put anything with Alex Jones, you'll probably...
I mean, you see, it's that came up like that for the Mickey Mouse thing.
Independent fact check. Does this Disney cartoon show Mickey Mouse inappropriately making Swiss cheese? And then it says false. Dude, it's telling you everything.
Well, it's giving it from Snopes.com, which is the the place you would go to see if something's true.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Snopes goes and finds out if something is real or not. So if you hear something,
yeah, you should explain that. What is Snopes? What do they do?
Yeah, so like let's go to Snopes.
Yeah, go to the
See
website.
What's the top ones. So it's usually like those questions like, did this really happen? And it's as accurate as like myths or weird internet copy pastas, or like as mainstreamed as like stuff that's happened in politics. Like I'm sure there was a Snopes page right away for when Will Smith slapped
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
You know,
Did they? What did they do? Like,
I'm sure they did, because that's the kind of questions they could ask. All right, let's search it.
They're like, did Will Smith slap Chris Rock? That's a good one. Because I bet you people were like, nah, that didn't happen. I bet you there's certain people that would be like,
yeah. Oh, so there's actually a lot in regards to that. So there are questions like, here's one. Did Chris Rock apologize to Will Smith? And then you can read in to see if it was false or not.
yeah.
So it puts it out like this. Like it says, claim. Chris Rock issued an apology to Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith after an incident at the Oscars. And then it gives you the rating, like, because it could be false, true, maybe, moderately, some true, some false, you know?
Yeah.
And so they rated this one as false, saying that Chris Rock never apologized. The viral piece of
he didn't
text you
formally
may have seen was written by a random Facebook user who said that the text was just how I would have handled it.
He wanted to apologize to him face to face, or at least he reached out to contact him directly, and Chris didn't want any part of it.
Oh, here's another question on that same topic. Was Chris Rock wearing protective cheek pad before Will Smith slap?
Ooh. How would he... But he was talking. How would he have that in his...
So a photograph shows Chris Rock wearing a protective cheek pad before Will Smith walked on stage and slapped his face at the 2022 Oscars show. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage at the 2022 Oscars show after the comedian told a bad joke, but some social media user quickly speculated that the incident had been staged. On March 28th, a doctored image of Rock wearing a protective cheek pad in the moments before the slap was spread online in support of this staged theory.
Dude, see? I mean, you can doctor any videos or whatever, and then people will believe that shit, you know?
Then it was, did Will Smith make an alopecia joke on the Arsenio Hall show?
Oh, back in the days?
Back in the days.
Interesting. So they have a history.
And
Jada
then here's
knows
their claim.
Jada knows Rock. Jada was on Chris Rock's show. You know Chris Rock had a show on HBO. Back in the days, it was a Chris Rock show. It was like a Tonight Show, but it was on.
Right.
And he had Jada on there. They've known each other forever. He's known Will forever. They cross the same paths. They're in the same industry. They know each other. So this has got to be deeper than just a joke. Something else. You know, we don't know their relationship from back in the days and stuff. So it's hard to say, but I feel like it's definitely deeper. Man, I'm trying to find that video, dude. I want to show you what they're doing in China, but I can't find them.
Yeah. Well.
That's interesting, though. You know, how they can just doctor videos, doctor images. Because how would he... You have to think from a logical standpoint, too. You can't just be taking things at face value, you know? Like, how would he wear a pad in his mouth or on his cheek when he's talking?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
So, yeah, this site, it just has a lot of like information. If there's ever something you think might have happened and you're not sure, then you could take a look. Like someone had they'd written this one yesterday. Julia Roberts is not dead despite sad news Facebook death hoax. So if someone's out there spreading falsities or questionable things, this site is usually pretty good about figuring it out and bringing the truth.
Yeah, I'll say people do use it as kind of a fact checker.
Yeah, that's that's
Yeah.
what it's designed to be.
Yeah.
I guess we could have started with that it's a fact checker.
Yeah, it's a site where people kind of, because, dude, I mean, there's so many things that are doctored and changed and misinformed about, so many things. We need sites now dedicated to just answering goddamn questions.
But I mean, like the guy who's got to sit there and go through a bunch of shit, like
it's probably hard to verify. Yeah, some of these, like, I wonder how much in-depth researching they're doing. Like, are they actually like reaching out to people? Like, are they like,
oh, like this one? Here's something: is Cookie Monster's real name actually Sid?
I didn't even know Cookie Monster's name was supposed to be Sid, dude.
And it's true.
I didn't know Cookie Monster had a name, dude. I thought his name was Cookie Monster.
Twitter for Cookie
Tweeter.
Monster, which is at me Cookie Monster, said, "Did you know my name is Sid, but me still like to be called Cookie Monster."
Yeah.
So that's from the monster himself.
Oh,
Some
shit.
might say one of the best monsters we've ever had.
So is his last name Monster still? Is it Sid Monster?
I don't know if they ever said what his last name is.
Sid.
What's Cookie Monster's last name?
Sid Monster?
His real name's actually Sid. Sid was given the nickname Cookie Monster. Yeah, but they never really said what his last name is.
It's Sid Monster, dude. Cookie
I mean,
is just his.
Believe it. Does that make Big Bird's name? Is it just his first name Big, last name Bird? Is he
Well,
big?
why don't you look on Snopes?
That's too much Snoping today.
Well, you're asking the questions that Snopes has answers for.
Well, if I can just search for everything I need, then we'll never have a discussion.
No, that's a interesting thought. I never questioned fictional characters' names, but I don't know. People want to know more and more about fictional characters, right? Isn't it like Velma is now coming out as like she's lesbian or whatever? I guess it was already kind of.
I thought that was already like a hinted thing that's always been.
Is it?
I don't know.
It was just recently that they actually verified that. That's
Or maybe in every parody I've seen, she's always portrayed as like a lesbian.
yeah. Every like parody you've seen, because like it's always been like a thing. Like
I always thought that was like a running joke or something. That's why everybody parried it.
yeah. Yeah, it's so that I mean, what else? Have you heard any other new ones that have come out recently, like cartoon bullshit?
No, I don't think so.
There was another one I was thinking. I forgot what it was. I'm still looking for this goddamn video, dude. But anyways, what it was showing was I was trying to show you. When I see those things, I'll just send them to you. I'll text them. At least you'll have it in text. But it was a video of these people in China. So what they're doing is like, you have a color-coded phone like app. I guess there's an app that controls where you get to go. So like, if you're a certain color, if you're green, you get to go wherever you want. If you're yellow, you can only get into certain areas. So they had changed all these people that they wanted to quarantine into yellow and red. So they can't travel. They can't get on buses. They can't go nowhere.
Oh yeah,
So they're all being controlled by this phone app and this social credit score and this like the way that they're doing their lockdowns and shit like that. You can't get on a subway. You can't do shit if you get like a certain color. So all these people were going like this, and they were like showing the face of their phone yellow and red, like and they were behind a barrier, like they were like fucking animals, dude. It's been crazy over there. You heard about the Apple
Yeah,
too?
they're being very strict over there. And oh yeah, the Foxconn employees.
Yeah, that were like protesting outside the
Mhm.
building and shit.
They've always had really bad conditions there. I mean, that's been no like fucking exaggeration or anything. You can Google it. There's images everywhere. They had like these suicide nets.
Yeah, the suicide nets. That's a famous.
They
nets.
make people like live in those buildings, and they pay them pennies.
It's really the working conditions and the hours that they work, because they work them to the bone, and it's very tedious and it's very stressful. I guess they're very quota driven, and just you got to get that shit done.
Mm-hmm. And they give them the opportunity to like live on that campus, and for some people, it's the only place you're gonna like they can afford to live.
Yeah,
And so but the living conditions there are atrocious as well.
oh, I can imagine. Yeah, and then you have to pay to live there. So then you're giving part of your money back to them because you're living in this quarter. That's what they were doing in Qatar and where is it? That place? Where is the UFC? The where they just fought, right? Isn't that what is it? God damn it.
Oh, somewhere in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the UFC fights over there. But when they built that whole
The
city,
United Emirates.
yeah, when they built that whole city, they had people coming in, shipping in from other countries, and obviously they don't have anywhere to stay, so they would pay them, but then charge them to live in those quarters, and then charge them for water, charge them for food, so they're charging them for all these things. So basically, they just leave with nothing. They have no money, like they just working for nothing because the pay was so low. They're basically slaves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they were dying too because of the heat, because it's like 130 degrees over there or something, you know, like the desert. It's in the middle of the desert. So there was a lot of people dying and stuff. They did a whole story on him, but yeah, I feel like that's what they're. But then doesn't Foxconn have like plants in India or something like that? Aren't they moving over there and starting to process more Apple stuff in India? That's what I heard.
Oh God, I mean, India is just another type of
Exactly.
problem on its own.
But I'm sure that they pay them, you know. I mean, the wages, we say it's low, but you know, like I have heard it explained where it is these people would otherwise not have any options for jobs at all, and it is money. You know, they are making some wage over there. It's pennies to us, but obviously conversion and our dollar and everything, it's worth more to them, obviously, being in the country. So they are getting paid some money that they otherwise wouldn't have been paid because they wouldn't have found jobs. And then, you know, then it's like, what kind of jobs can, you know, a lot of these girls too, what can they do? You know, a lot of them go into, you know, prostitution and stuff like that. So they end up doing work that it's even worse. So at least they're working in a factory, you know, getting, you know, a wage. Maybe it's not as much as it should be, but it's better than not being poor, you know, and not having anything.
Right.
So there is some, like, everybody wants to just say, oh, this bad, you know, they're working them for nothing, you know. And it's just like, well, what else would they be doing? You have to think about that too. Like, if that company wasn't there, what else would they be doing? Other things that are not good, you know, probably working for, you know, criminal organizations or something, and doing bullshit jobs, you know, just to make a living. Dude, it's so poor, man. They're, you know, oh my God, dude. I don't even want to talk about this, but I saw the craziest it was in the Philippines, dude. There's a whole market of food that's sold to like the poorest people. Think about the poorest areas. They obviously can't afford food. So what these guys do is, these guys that sell food, is they get bags of throwing away trash food from restaurants, from wherever, and they sift through all of the fucking bag of food. Like, just think of bananas and chicken and vegetables. Just a bag of just gross food just sitting in a bag. I don't know how long it's been in that bag. You know, just think about what's already growing on that. They take this chicken out and they try to take out whatever they can that they think they can use, like a potato or something, you know, like whatever they can get out of this trash bag. And then they put it to the side. And then they pay for it. They pay the guy that brought the trash or whatever, and they're sifting through trash. This is just trash. They end up taking the food, try to wash it, clean it, and then they start cooking it, making stews and stuff like that. And then they sell this food to people on the street. You know, people that are walking by.
They sell it to them?
Yes, they recook it. They cook it in stews. They cook it in red sauces, and they add different vegetables. You know, they make food with the used food.
What the fuck?
Oh, dude, I watched the whole process, dude.
That's
it's even
so
as
fucking weird.
as imaginative that you're thinking right now. Just a matter of watching it, dude. Like a dude sifting through trash, and then like you see the process. He's chopping up. You know, carrots and shit, and then he's throwing it in with the chicken that he just got out of a freaking trash bag. Yeah, and then like people will come and he's doing this all night. So this starts at like, you know, 1-2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. You know, he's going through trash, he's getting the food, he's cleaning it, he's cooking it, and then by 6 it was on Vice. By 6 a.m. he's making this food, you know, and you know, people will come up and they all know what it is. They know where the food came from. So it's called a certain name over there. I forgot what it's called or what they said it was. It was like, I wanted to say garbaja. It was just like they have a name for that type of food, and everybody knows that it's like trash food. It's like food that comes out of, that's made out of recycled food.
I think I found it.
Yeah, play a little clip of the narration.
BBC did like something. I don't think they're narrating.
They'll talk.
No, it's all like it's a short one.
Oh, they're just doing text.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's called Pag Food.
Yeah, Pag.
Salvage from rubbish tips in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Ew, there's rats and shit.
Yes. This is trash, dude.
It's cooked, then sold in nearby poor communities. What the fuck? Spent one evening following a bag of meat from rubbish dump to the dinner table. Wow. Well, I mean, they make it look good, though.
No, yeah. The end product was not bad. I watched the whole thing. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. There's probably, like, clips from the bigger one you watched and put into a smaller version of it. But that's fucking
The Philippines is the world's third largest marine polluter, despite Waste Management Act, and that was a Waste Management Act that was approved over a decade ago. This is attributed to poorly enforced laws, no regulation on packaging, manufacturing. The country sells pretty much all types of toiletries and plastics sachets. Yeah, dude, it's gnarly stuff, dude. And you just think about that, and you're like, "Whoa, dude, they're eating food that's thrown away from other, like, you know, wealthier communities, and eating it. 'Cause that's how poor they are." Like
what
shit.
The fuck?
Yeah, be thankful that you got, you know,
I know, right?
clean sheets and a hot meal, you know, because these people are living in some crazy conditions, dude.
God damn.
And you're over here buying rotary phones, motherfucker.
I
know. Nah. I think we should all still do what we want to do, but just know that there is other shit out there, you know. There was, I was reading or listening to someone, I can't remember. They were talking about, it was a quote from an article that I was reading that there has been studies on it, like that the more information you know, that it does weigh on you and actually makes people more depressed. Like some of the people that know the most or know a lot of things that are going around the world are affected strongly or stronger, and it makes you more prone to be depressive or depression.
What do they call that? There's like a phrase for that.
Yeah, knowing too much.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, there's the old ignorance is bliss. You know, the less you know, the happier you can be, because you don't know the things that go on, you know. And then it's also that helpless feeling, like, what am I going to do? Like, what can I do? You know, this little ant in this whole huge, you know, landscape. But yeah, it's just, you come across those little things, those little stories, and you're like, man, I gotta stop complaining about some bullshit. I gotta stop being so freaking entitled about some things. 'Cause, you know, you catch yourself every now and then. You're like, oh man, this soup ain't even warm. You're like, wait, at least you got some food, motherfucker. You know, you could go warm it up in the microwave. You know, yeah, we complain about conveniences. You know, we got Uber Eats and stuff coming to our door, but I don't know. It's just, if you ever want to go down rabbit holes that that are dark, go to Vice. Vice will show you some shit.
I don't think I need any.
No, you
anymore.
don't. You don't, man. You don't need it. No, nobody needs it. I can't stop looking at crazy stuff on the internet. I try to limit myself too, because I'll go down rabbit holes, man. I'll go down dark roads, you know. There's Reddit holes that you can get trapped in.
Oh, yeah. I've gone down some crazy ass fucking Reddit threads before.
Yeah. Yeah. You see some stuff, you're like, what? Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. There's dark corners of the internet that have some dark shit that you probably don't even know about. But I don't recommend that for anybody unless you are that type of person that wants to know more. Just live your life. Be nice. Just know that. Be nice.
Right.
Yeah, be nice, be thankful. You know, we got it nice. We got it. It's not too bad. You know, we got a lot of shit. You know, that's why I was looking around my room. I was like, man, I got a lot of stuff. Like, I got stuff. You know, and I want more stuff. I'm like, this ain't enough stuff. I need more stuff.
Oh, man, dude. So we were driving in Gilbert yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, not yesterday, Saturday. And we were passing through this little town, and Crystal had just mentioned, or this little neighborhood, and she had just mentioned, she's like, I read on the news or TikTok or something earlier today that, like, there's this little neighborhood here in Gilbert that has, like, an amazing little light show that you walk through.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole neighborhood does it. And we just happened to drive right next to it.
What?
So we're like, well, let's drive through it then. She's like,
might as well.
well, it's not going to be lit up right now. I was like, it doesn't matter. Let's go drive through and see. And sure enough, is like, damn, it looked so cool. And you kind of didn't even notice that, like, this neighborhood does not look like any neighborhood in Arizona. Like, it's so nice. There's trees lined, like, big, tall trees, bushy trees, lots of shade, lined the entire roadway of these houses.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, and the houses looked really, like, you know,
so something
style.
you would see in a movie or something.
Right, exactly.
That neighborhood, you're like, man, I want to live on that street.
There's people walking. There's parks. There's lots of green. Every house has green grass in front of it. Every single house is kept so well looking. Like, everything looked so nice about it. And so we noticed that one of these houses, like, it looks like a single story house, has an open house. And I was like, we should take a look. She's like, no.
Yeah,
I was like, why not? She's
like that
I
kind of
don't know.
stuff.
I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. So we go, and we walk into this house. So there's like this some stairs to lead to the front porch, and there's a little porch area, and it's cute. And then we ring the doorbell, and the agent opens the door for us, and we walk in, And all of a sudden we're like taken back by how much space is in this house.
Yeah.
It didn't look like that big from the street, but you look in, it's a deep fucking house.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Dude, that gets your motor running. You're like, I could put so much stuff in here.
Yeah. So the house is deep. The huge little dining area. Walk back like so far, and you get to the kitchen area. Had a built-in like wine fridge. There's a microwave built into the island. So much like cabinet space.
It was all updated then?
It was all updated.
Yeah,
It was nice, taken care of. That like bled in so well to this to the back porch, which was elevated above like the floor level too, as a deck. So you walk out onto this deck, and it was so nice. And there was speakers in every single room and orifice of this house for like just music to play everywhere.
Yeah.
And so you walk outside, and it's gorgeous, nice kept backyard. It almost looks like you walked into like the backyard seating of like a nice little restaurant or something. They had this little brick and cement kind of area, and there's so much trees and greenery back there. Like, it doesn't look like you're in Arizona. And so there was also a little fireplace built in back there, which is super cool. The garage,
a fire pit, or was it
a fireplace?
So it had like seating and stuff, or
Yeah.
a bench?
It was like a bench that curved around, and I guess you could put like more seating in there, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was a fireplace.
That's nice.
Yes. And walked back in the house, saw the master bedroom, huge walk-in closet, the bathroom, everything super nice. And then we're like, this is a 3-bedroom house. Where's the other 2 bedrooms? Because that was all just there. It looked like a first-story house, but it's actually 2 stories.
Okay.
But it doesn't go up. It goes down. It's a fucking basement.
Oh, 2.
When have you seen a basement in Arizona?
There's actually there's a community next to me that has some basement homes. It is rare. Yeah, it's hard to find. People want them, but
You walk down this little, it's like a staircase, but it kind of spirals out. And you have 2 bedrooms, but the first thing you walk into is a very large open seating area with like a TV like console cabinet. So for watching stuff. And right behind that area it's like a dining table, but it's got the top off of it to show that it's like a roulette table under there. So you can play dice. And then
nice.
It had the top part, which was a card table. So you flip it one way and it's a dining room table, like wood top. Flip it the other way and it's a card table, like it's felt.
Yeah.
So it was like super cool. And then right behind that table, with all its seats, was a built-in bar.
Oh shit.
With shelves and a fridge and a sink and everything there. And then to the left were 2 curtain doors. There's 2 curtain doors and a big area in between. And I was like, no way. This is not going to be
A theater room.
It's a fucking theater.
Yeah.
It was a theater room with 3 rows of elevated seating.
Oh shit.
And the bottom seat had like a little bed thing for it. So you can like lounge.
Yeah.
And all the seats reclined. And I would say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 people maybe.
Oh, that's a good theater.
Yeah. And behind that, it was even more seating. I'm just thinking like the reclining seats.
Dude, why do they? Who are they entertaining with all these
I
seats?
don't know. I don't know. But behind that was a bar to sit at.
Oh my god!
So you could like sit there and eat a meal or have a drink and not have to like be in the lounge seats or something.
Who's this? Quentin Tarantino?
Fuck.
he has
And the
his own-
projector was going and everything. And I asked, I was like, all the furniture that's here, is that come with the house? And she was like, yep. Even the audio equipment that they're using to play music for the showing comes with the house. So it came with receivers.
Yeah.
And everything. And I'm like, wow.
When they start telling you stuff like that,
Wow.
that's because of the price. Yeah,
And then we just had the other
hear
2
you.
rooms and the bathroom down there, which were nothing like special outside that they all had walk-in closets. But
Oh yeah, nothing special.
my
Just
God.
walk-in closets for regular bedrooms.
yeah. But like, shiza, man, it was crazy. I mean, they were kind of special. One of the walls had like, it wasn't just plain walls. They had like little fixtures and molding to make this. You know, like sometimes at like window height level, you have like woodwork and stuff on that wall.
Okay.
But it wasn't woodwork; it was tin. It was cool. It was kind of like I don't know how to describe it.
Should've
You know,
took
like
some
wavy
pictures, dude.
sheet metal,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and it had that like bordered on the wall. You know, we could like try to look it up.
I know, right?
What was the? So another cool thing was that with all this, you're like, oh, there's got to be an HOA here, right? There's some fancy ass fucking houses. So, I mean, with a movie theater in it, HOA fee is $200 a month.
It's a lot.
It includes all yard work for the whole neighborhood.
That's why it's a lot.
That's why everything was so green and well taken care of. They reseed every season too. It also includes a fitness center, a community pool, and a community rec room that you can rent out for free.
Okay.
And the community also does events. Like they have events going every month for the community. Like whether it be like they had like a turkey trot, you know, Easter egg hunts and a bunch of different winter-based festival-y things that they do for the kids, and they'll have like face paintings and stuff. Like they do a whole go out for these things, and they have some going on every month.
Yeah.
And then the community was also walking distance, like not you're walking down the street on a big open road, but the community had like walking pathways that led to
Just for walking.
yeah. That led to like a shopping center. And that shopping center had everything you needed in there, like not like Jack in a Box or anything, but they had like restaurants, like nice small business restaurants and bars and like coffee shops and
Okay.
and all these little things in it. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? You're not buying this house. You're buying this community.
Well, yeah, dude.
And it was like so awesome. Crystal was like, can we move here? I'm like, yeah, Crystal. Me and you just both need to sell a kidney each. Maybe half a liver.
Yeah, more.
And then we can afford the down payment.
Right? And then we'll just have to figure out how we're gonna live in it. Yeah, no, dude, you need to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a couple $1 million, right, for that house. Did they give you a flyer or anything?
$950,000.
Okay,
Not bad, actually.
probably. Yeah, because it's only a 3-bedroom. I mean, it's good. The prices are always according to the square footage, so they really put a lot of effort into the amenities and gave you less rooms, because you could definitely have way more rooms. If you want to take out all that fucking theater bullshit, you could have like 2 more bedrooms, you know?
Yeah.
So you're
And there was like shiz a ton of garage space above the oh, and they have a community farm there too. So you can like go and they give you a plot to plant stuff if you want.
okay.
Like it's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds awesome, man. I mean, something about the older you get, you're like, I want to be in a nice community. You know, I want to
Let me see if I can find that house on Zillow. Now the crazy thing is we did find it on Zillow at one point, so I'm just gonna find it again. But they the house was up for sale since May. And so that $950 is actually the price drop.
So you guys can get a deal on this house if you move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, where is it? Let's see. let's remove all of these. Here it is. There you go. You want to go through them pictures?
Yeah, I like it, man. It's cozy. It's got that long driveway.
Oh yeah,
from
it's
like
a 2-car garage, I think.
so like you drive by your house almost like
Mhm.
that's always been like a dream to have a long ass driveway, you know, because you would always see like TV shows and shit with the cool dude. The living room is gigantic.
I know.
Yeah, I walked through it.
This place is huge.
Yeah, the chandelier. It's got wood floors. It's got built-in bookcases in the wall. It's got your high-end countertops in the kitchen. It's, you know, with the nice decorative what is it called? Etching into the wood, you know.
Right, woodwork and stuff.
Yeah, it's got the refrigerator that's part of the kitchen cabinets, so it looks like it's another cabinet. You know where they put the cabinet doors on the refrigerator doors?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's got like a wine and soda can fridge.
Yeah, there's a wine fridge, and it's like fucking, you know, wine fridges usually people talk about them, and they're the size of like a dishwasher or something, right? Or garbage disposal.
Which is good.
Right. That one like goes all the way up.
That's a refrigerator size.
Yes, it's a refrigerator size.
Yeah, and it's got all the spaces you need for a shitload of wine on the top, and they got a bunch of cans on the bottom for the kids. You know, you got the see-through. Some of the cabinets are see-through, so you can see each level. I mean, it's got all the shits. I mean, it's got double ovens. It's even got this little guy down here.
Yeah, that's a microwave, and then right underneath the microwave is a warming.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that's the new rage, the warmer, and then even on what they're doing a lot too is what you're seeing. If I can zoom in here, no, I can't. But this island, a lot of people are putting like little fridges. They have these fridges that look like drawers. You just pull them out, and you can put all your vegetables and shit in there. So it really looks really it makes it really oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, I mean everything it's got the recessed roof or whatever, you know, where it's like the roof is cut out.
Right.
Yeah, it's got all the shits and giggles, dude. That shower, awesome. Standing shower
with the rain.
Oh, you didn't put it on silent.
I did not.
Son of a bitch. Los is gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Sorry. That was my bad.
You done
I think it's just spam
you done
call.
fucked up, Aaron. Yeah, dude.
So, yeah, they're gonna hang up
Yeah,
on
that's a nice I don't know, man, but for 900, I don't know. You're Mr. do it yourself. I feel like a lot of that stuff you could do here, dude. You could do it in the house. You're just as you know, engineering wise. You should take this as a model of things that you want to do to your house.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you could make the shit out of this house and with those ideas, you know? Like the recessed roof with the lighting, the built-in wall cabinet, or built-in bookcase in the wall.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's like 12 people that could sit in this theater.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like the screen should be bigger.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't think they did a big enough screen, man. I would have went fucking bigger.
I feel like it looks bigger when
I'm sure when the lights are down, it probably looks legit. They got some 4K projectors.
But the thing is, yeah,
now.
this house was built, let's see.
Dude, have you seen the 4K projections? They look pretty nice, man. Like for a projector?
So this house was built in 2002. So who knows how old that theater... And it was a model house for the time when they built the neighborhood. So that was the model house.
So you get a lot of upgrades.
You get
already.
all upgrades, and they
Yeah.
did things that probably people didn't think about doing before, like
Because
the theater.
That was probably one of the selling points. Like, oh, you could get a theater, and then it probably blew the fucking socks off of people, for sure. But yeah, I mean, how often are you going to use a theater, though? That's the thing, Like, a theater is a cool idea, but it's... Unless you got a fucking mansion, you're taking up some prime area.
So, in 2003 is when this house was sold the first time for $438,660.
What year?
2003.
2003.
And that was at $119 per square foot. And then it sold again in 2014. Price change for $448,000.
The same? Oh, or close to the...
Like 10,000 more.
Oh, that's not much.
No. Then in 2022, they listed it for $1,150,000.
Yeah, 1.1 million. Yeah.
And they sold it for 1.2.
Oh shit! Who bought it? Zillow?
Oh no!
Open
wait.
door?
I'm sorry. That was just listed pending sale. And then the pending sale broke at 1.2.
Yeah,
So-
because the prices of the houses started
Yeah,
dropping.
and so it was never went, and then since then it just dropped.
They waited too long. They should have sold it in 2021 when it was going crazy.
And now it's at 258.
They waited too long.
Square foot
Yeah, they waited too
is
long.
what they're asking, but it's still for sale.
And it will remain for sale because that's a lot.
Right.
Yeah, there's only a certain market for those. And then with the interest rates being so high right now, it just doesn't make any. Yeah. But it's a nice house. It's fucking awesome. I mean, like I said, dude, you could do a lot of those things to your house and make it legit, dude.
Yeah, there are currently just 4 houses for sale in this community. But I don't think all of them have this
No, the
Theater.
theater, no. That's unnecessary, dude. It's more of a cool idea. But like I said,
No, dude, I would love to have a theater.
yeah.
Can you imagine we
But
watch
I
the
would
fights in
love
there?
I would love to have a theater if I had a 6 or 7 bedroom house.
Oh, actually this one does have a theater, but they have it as a combined game room.
Yeah, I want more
bedroom,
bedrooms though,
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's just when you have only 3 bedrooms, you're cutting in like that's room that you could have used for a bedroom.
Well, this one has 4, and they took that same area, and they kind of made it into a theater. You see?
just a different style.
Mm-hmm. They made it
and then
more
put
of
a
like
put a pool table.
more of like a family entertainment area than a theater.
But still with the projection. I
With
guess
the
that was the
projector
projections package or whatever. They must have all went with the projection package or whatever if they wanted that with their house.
This one's a cheaper house too, at $828,000.
Well, you guys got to move now.
That's what I keep thinking. And this one is actually newer. It was built in 2006.
What is this on your helmet do, dude? What is this?
Ventilation.
Oh, you can on and off it?
Mm-hmm.
Word.
So they pay quarterly for the HOA is $566.
Yeah,
Which
man, that
divided
HOA
by
is going to
6 months.
fucking get you too,
That's
dude.
actually not bad. It's $94 a month.
No, that other one that I'm saying that was 200, that'll get you, dude.
Oh, quarterly. I divided by 6. I need to divide by 3. 188. So yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
You have to like already have the money to buy the house in cash.
You got to be in a very good
So
place.
here's a cheaper one, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 1,800 square feet for $525 in the same neighborhood.
1,800 square feet, though, man? That's not enough.
No, and this one is not as nice because it's like super close to the other house.
I don't like that. No.
This one's like, I mean, you can live here, but are you really living here?
But if they're doing all your yard, then they're always in your shit, right? They're always coming to your backyard and like fucking shit up, moving shit around. You wake up
This
and
one doesn't even have the yard.
you wake up and people
And
are
the
just
HOA fee is the same.
they're just in your backyard trimming shit, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't know they
Yeah,
were
I don't
coming
like
today.
this one as much.
But yeah, you got the coolest one in the first try.
The first two were nice. Yeah.
Well, the very first one is the best.
Yeah.
Even
I
the
would say
second
that.
one was not up to par like the first one. But yeah, man. I'm into houses. I like looking at shit like that, designs and architect and stuff. I like looking up. You just never know what you'll find, right? When you walk into a house. What are we at, dude?
That's true.
We're talking about houses. right now.
An hour and 15.
Oh, we're good, dude. We fucking knocked it out of the park, dude. That's what I'm talking about. We just talk about houses and we fucking knock it out of the park.
Houses and knock it out of the park. All right. Well, this has been another fabulous episode of Digital Cortex.
It has. Oh shit! I hit my microphone. God damn it.
Steven, that's Random Styles, and we are out.
Later.